Hi. So today the main topic is the logging with the React. As a client engineer, I really feel like logging system is really important. Um, like typically, we normally think the logging is for the customer support. If there's if the customer like how to say if customer use like kind of like buy something or the customer paid some kind of pay for your product, but if there's something wrong with it, example, the user bought your product in your website, in your application, but if user didn't get anything, there's your company has to deal with it. But it's kind of very tedious to look up the all of the server log. So we attach with the logging system and we find out that if this user is lying or not. But also the logging system is important in terms of business. In Silicon Valley, they use the lean startup strategy, which is the using BM and loop with the pivot. Basically they're using those kind of two strategy of it. The pivot is that you basically make the hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, you build MVP, the minimum viable product. Based on that, you now you measure your hypothesis is correct. Example, I want to make example, if you're like the founder of YouTube, you make a hypothesis that user likes like watching your video and user will like your like clicking your like button in the YouTube. So that's kind of hypothesis, and you have to see if user like this like button or not, and you attach the logging system with that to see your hypothesis is correct or not. If your hypothesis is wrong based on your measure with the logging system, you do opposite hypothesis that breaks the original one. So that is called the pivot. So that is why the logging system is important if you're a startup. But since I did not attach real logging system by myself, so this is kind of my journey of it. If you look at here, what I did was I used PostHog. Like the reason why we use PostHog is the first of all is the price, and second is the library. I don't have to think about those kind of like making a boilerplate to, or I don't have to think about, or I don't have to put so much resource on making a logging system. It's already built in. So this kind of like component. I know this code is really dirty, but I think it's kind of really good. And not good, but it's working. So there's a log click component. So there's a log click. We clone it. We clone element this log component, and when we get the event, we extract the test contact of it, and we capture in the logger, and we send to our PostHog data. So if you see this use log, I brought the use post log this data, and I generate the log name, and when I generate the log name, I make our own custom rules of it. Example, like there's a types of here, so there is log types, the navigation, the feature, and the fallback. Because mostly we think about just the logging, but I set into three types, which is navigation and the feature and the fallback. So because example, you are the user, you click the login button, so that is not a really big feature of it. The most important thing about lean startup is checking your hypothesis, but so you have the feature of which one is navigation and feature. and the login is not fetcher, it's just the log, it's just the navigation. So we attach navigation with the log type of it. But if it's like our big fetcher, I attach with the the log system with the type of the fetcher. If it's error, I attach the fallback. So this is kind of really basic thing of it. So how I did, so example, this is what we did. There's a log click component, the wrapper, and there's curriculum. If user clicks the card, we have to log if user likes our curriculum card. So we attach with the logging system. So login fetcher is log type is fetcher, and we generate the metadata using generate log attribute name function. So based on that, we are able to make the attribute name, and when user clicks this curriculum card, these logging the login data will go to our post hub data. So this is really this is our like MVP here. I don't know if you guys can see or not. This is our minimal product. We didn't launch yet. We're gonna launch. The beta launch is on tomorrow, and I think the real products launch, real live launching is, I think it's next week. But I think tomorrow is our beta launch, and next Monday is our beta launch, and next 2 weeks later is our real launching. So even those kind of thing is integrated login system, like even clicking these buttons and clicking these Python basics. But we didn't really put the log system on the user's input because we don't want to make some kind of credential issue of it. I don't want to put this user's message on our data, but our data. So because we don't really host the post on our server, on the server, we just use the post cloud. So we just this. Even this running and these buttons are attributed to logging. The reason why, as I said, the reason why we attach the login system, because of course all other companies do, even Facebook or whatever, and also the reason why we attach the logins is because we are engineers. Even customer support is, we're gonna do it ourselves. We're engineers. We're gonna do the customer support, and if user wants to change of it, we make the code of it, we analyze the code, and we're gonna do our best to satisfy the users what user wants. To make that happen, we have to automate with the login system. We can just we're gonna also send the email to get the feedback. We're attached with the login system. Also, we add the messages that appears in the landing on this part. This is our alpha server, so there's no message yet. We're gonna integrate the message, the custom message that the user can send the message for our service, to our service. So this is why the login system kind of important. So I don't want to. It's really kind of hard to show the code here because this is directly interact with the user's login system. So I'm just gonna really give like slight code that's not gonna be give bad effect on our security. So this is it. Have a nice day. Next time. Bye bye.